Okay, so JPA Football put out Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is pushing for Jalen Ramsey to come to Detroit if he's released. He said, Jalen, if you can hear this is on his podcast. I know you played with Jared Goff before. Detroit might seem like a landing spot. My guy, talk to me. And Jalen said much love to Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tried my hardest to get y'all in the playoffs this year. I won't comment on my future, though. We shall see. Easy. What do those comments from Jalen Ramsey mean? Are you saying there's a chance?
Yeah. That's how I take it. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he's saying I'm going to Detroit for sure. Obviously, for the trade scenario, you got to go to like the best bang for your buck. But like I told you guys yesterday, I feel like Les Need owes Brad Holmes a little hookup. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And for Jalen Ramsey to address it means the seed has been planted. That's what you said yesterday. Like Amon-Ra has planted the seed in his head. Jalen Ramsey, whether he wants to or not, has envisioned himself as a Detroit Lion. And that's all I need. The visualization of it, to warm up, you get familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to think of a crazy way to put it. All right. Visualize yourself fighting Bruce Lee a couple times, and you might feel more comfortable in the actual fight because you've been there so many times before in your head. But no, I think he's literally saying there's a chance. Now there was a quote tweet behind it, obviously Micah Parsons, but I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that? Like,
no, I don't think you're crazy. We've seen things like that happen before. Rob Gronkowski said he was going to retire if he got traded to the Lions. Different people said things like that, and that's where Micah Parsons' dumbass came out there and said nobody wants to do that. But it's different now. There is a coach that you want to play for. There is a team of players that you want to be around. And Jalen Ramsey is basically saying, hey, there's a chance. I'm not putting anything out of wraps. So, man, it's exciting. It's exciting to see that high-profile players, high-caliber players, all-pro type players are like, yeah, Detroit isn't out of bounds. Unless you're Micah Parsons and you're a loser.
Listen, this is how these things happen. Chris Bosh, this is a little bit of the extreme, but Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, teasing about LeBron coming. Oh, we need to do LeBron now.
Every time I think of Chris Bosh, I just think of that picture.
I'll never forget what. Oh yeah,
the champagne picture.
Oh, dude.
The sussest
the Brazzers.
Oh man,
thumbnail he made after he won a championship ring. Can you pull that up, please?
Can one of you guys find that picture, please?
Please.
All right, but what were you gonna say?
No, that's all we need is him to plant the seed, and I think that's how these things happen. Like, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, they teased it. Like, I still to this day have that same feeling over again when LeBron committed to Miami. Like, what the? Because I remember just like talking to my friend, like, could you imagine LeBron and Dwayne Wade on the same team as like a little kid, like. And then it happened, like, what? That's just insane. Mm-hmm. And then this is not that type of team up. This is like no Avengers type of team up happening in Detroit. Maybe though, Brad Holmes knocks out another draft class, but yeah. Bro, do it. You're fifth in the NFC right now to go. That means you're in contention.
It means you're in contention. It means you're one of the top 5 teams to make the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So if Brad Holmes believes the hype, if Brad Holmes sees that happening, these are moves that are realistic possibilities because this is a get me there move. This is a I'm trying to make the Super Bowl move if you go out and get a guy like Jalen Ramsey. And I'm here for it. Like I said, you talked about how Rasheem Mathis tutored a guy like Darius Slay.
Yeah.
And that could definitely be exciting because I do still want them to draft a cornerback, even if they do get Jalen Ramsey. But having a guy like Jalen Ramsey in there with Jeff Okudah, with a younger cornerback, with Jerry Jacobs, will be so great for the growth of those young players, for what they turn into. And I'm excited for it. It seems like it's in the realm of possibility. Like people are saying in the Woodward Sports chat, Diaz BT says he didn't decline, so it's a positive
what was
sign.
That name?
Diaz BT in the Woodward Sports chat says he didn't decline, so it's a positive sign. But also true.
Yeah.
He's not like, yeah, all right.
You're saying there's a chance.
You're saying
quite literally.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
And for the people like Joey yesterday who was saying like, oh, it's not real, or like Micah Parsons, oh, who wants to go to Detroit? Like, brother, Detroit's like a team right now. Like there's no, and Jalen Ramsey's a competitor. You saw him in that Week 18 matchup against the Seattle Seahawks where he had literally nothing to win. As a matter of fact, that's what the context of the tweet was. I tried to get y'all into the playoffs, talking to Jared Goff and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and fell short. Like this dude's a competitor, if he has an opportunity to win in Detroit, and if LA's getting rid of him either way, like I just don't see why this wouldn't be an option for him. I see this almost as a plus. And don't forget too, like he started his career in Jacksonville. Like he's been a part of like that resurgence or rebirth of a franchise. Like I think it's a fun thrill to chase. I mean, Jared Goff has spoken on it before too. Is like, yeah, he had that situation go down in LA before, or with the Rams where they sucked, and then he got to be there as part of like turning it around, and it was a good feeling. And he's spoken it multiple times. I like Jared Goff off the field a lot, by the way, but he said it's a good feeling to give the winning feeling to a talent that's never had it or hasn't had it in quite some time at least. And I gotta assume that's the same feeling for Jalen Ramsey, and he's had the same satisfaction back in Jacksonville before getting traded to LA. Why wouldn't he? I don't see why he wouldn't.
I don't see why he wouldn't either. Like we talked about, this is a coaching staff that players want to play with. This is a team full of young talent, full of palpable talent that you can identify on both sides of the ball. You look at the Jamison Williams, Aiden Hutchinson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, a Penei Sewell, a Kirby Joseph. These are guys that look like they have fantastic careers in front of them, and they're getting them started in Detroit, playing for an Aaron Glenn and a Dan Campbell in a situation where the fans live, breathe Lions football. They all talk about how amazing it was. A lot of players and fans alike got a deep look inside the Lions organization, inside the minds of Dan Campbell and that coaching staff with Hard Knocks. So I'm excited for it. I think it could definitely happen. JB, how did you feel about that tweet?
I mean, I felt positive about it because it shows you that Ramsey is looking out. Like, he actually got a response towards Amon-Ra. So that goes to show that, hey, you know what? Detroit could be a landing spot for you. And honestly, if he came here, you know, the whole team will be behind him as well. Yeah. He's very welcome here. He doesn't have to, I guess, look out for himself in, you know, that LA type of, you know, way out there playing for the Rams. So he has a team back here that's going to back him up 100%.
What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've gotten curved before. That tweet did not look like a curve. There was some interest in it, you know. I'm just saying that was a little flirtatious on Jalen Ramsey's part.
Honestly,
I think it's a chance.
People in the chat ask, what would you give up for Jalen Ramsey?
I mean, we kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday, but like,
because I don't think he's going to get.
I saw someone in the Woodward Sports chat. I apologize for missing the name on that one, but someone said like the 18th overall pick. That's not.
Yeah, not a chance.
No. There's no. As great as Jalen Ramsey is, again, he's headed towards the wrong side of 30.
Troy said I'd give up 18 and a fourth for Jalen Ramsey.
Like, wow. Yeah, Troy, he's not. I get it. It's Jalen Ramsey, top 5 cornerback in the league, possibly top 3, possibly top 2. He's not going for a first round pick.
No.
No one's giving up first round draft capital to then pay a cornerback damn near quarterback money. And I know the quarterback market's changed, so maybe that's not quarterback money no more. But no one's giving up a first round pick to pay Jalen Ramsey $20 million the following year.
Yeah, not a chance.
Unless it's like a one and done type thing. But even then, they're sitting with like a dead cap situation. Like, it's just, he is going again, probably around the Darius Slay value, where it was like a 3rd and a 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Gardner Johnson, Troy, I don't know if you were here yesterday, but he went for a 5th and a couple 6th, and they attached a 7th pick to Gardner Johnson to go to Philadelphia, and it paid off.
It did.
Like, the fuck them picks works when you have like a
It works
structure.
when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
When you're a couple pieces away.